Welcome along, everybody, to my watch along for the 2025 Formula 1 Bahrain Grand Prix. It is practice 3 time, the final practice session before we get into qualifying later on today. It is 33 degrees in the air, 43 degrees track temp, and we've not even had cars out on track yet. Yeah, let's get on into it. Now, if you're first time tuning on in to a watch along, welcome on in. This is how it works. You got my face here, you got the live timings here, you got the session timer down in the bottom left that you can sync on up with, and you got the lovely Twitch chat that you can type in. So if you're over on the TikTok stream, if you're over on the YouTube stream right now, come over to Twitch. It's the place to be. Otherwise, whoa, chill where you are and enjoy the stream. So I'm just getting the TikTok stream up because I still haven't got it on my PC, so I need to look at it on my phone. But yeah, how are we all doing, guys? How are we all doing? I'm excited to see how FP3 plays out, the final session before we get into qualifying. After the session, we will do our F1 fantasy, we'll do our F1 predict, and get just genuinely all our predictions in before we get into qualifying later today. We'll be doing a watch along obviously later on today for qualifying as well, so stick around for that. Currently in the Twitch chat, we've got a channel points prediction up. Who will finish first in practice 3? Get your channel points in. Yeah, we'll run that for a little bit longer, but yeah, shout out Saudi Arabia for making that beautiful Middle Eastern F1 theme tune. But yeah, let's get on into it. Let's get the timer up in a second. Oh, I need to get the live timings up. I love my bitch, I love my bitch. All right, should be up and ready to go now. All right. Let's have a look through chat. What I miss, just before we got into the watch along, we were scrolling through Discord, looking at all the news. What I miss? Yeah, how many times do you shampoo a week? Important question. I used to shampoo every single day and never condition my whole life until I wised up because someone on TikTok told me that is not the play. So now I probably shampoo once a week, probably. Because my hair is so thin. I like it to be not greasy, is that the right word? But I like it to be a little bit heavier. My hair to be a little bit heavier. But then it gets to a point where it's like too fucky. So then I have to shampoo it. So maybe like once a week. Maybe once every once a week, I'd say. Maybe roughly. Once every week and a half, maybe. Yeah, shampoo, condition it up. All right, time is up. Sorry. Session started. Let me get the timer up. Lando's not in the car. Don't understand this. Never understand this. If your car's so shit, get in your car and start pracking, bro. Hurry up. I don't understand this. How are you not in your car ready for the session? You've only got 60 minutes to practice, and you're choosing to sit on the pit wall and yap. Get in the car, man. Get in the car. My prediction is... Wait. Where was I up to? Anyone else just hear that, like, Minecraft fucking XP sound? Am I losing my mind? Goodbye, Bella, or hi. I don't know. Wait, really? So Average Joe. MP3 prediction on who's top session. Wait, we got that up. So I'm just slowly catching up on chat. What I missed. If McLaren wins, it's going to be a crazy after party. True, I forgot. If you don't know, 100% of McLaren Automotive, the car company, is owned by Bahrain. So there's technically a home Grand Prix for them. Do you have a custom F1 intro for every race? So practice sessions, we just rock the title sequence. And then qualifying, we got an intro, a specific intro, and then race, we got a specific intro. Pirelli have dropped the rear tire, which is interesting. I find it interesting that Pirelli do this during the weekend. Airtime 33, track 34, yeah, 43, yeah, very hot, very hot. I hope the gap between McLaren and others are not half as linear, hopefully. I mean, McLaren say that it shouldn't be, but I mean, it looks like it will be. All right, look up Kevin Murphy fine hair shampoo. Okay. What the fuck? How does Sauber have 6 points? We're only 3 rounds in. They scored... What, didn't they score all 3 in Australia from Hulkenberg's doing? Cronus, thank you for the follow, dude. We're on the stream. Why can't people from the Netherlands put their channel points? A lot of countries don't allow channel point predictions because it's considered gambling, which is so fucking stupid. But yeah. Some FH games. Sup, Tristan? How's it going, guys? Since Verstappen and McLaren's are fast, who do you think will be 4th in qualifying? Is Verstappen fast, though? I mean, my prediction right now is Lando, Oscar, P1, P2. Like, don't know what order, but just them two. And then I'm probably going to say Russell P3 this weekend. Mercedes look good. Again, why is no one in their car? Max on his car? No one out on track. Okay, Behrman's out on track, which is good. But, like, why, man? You're just wasting time. I don't get it. Who will win Bahrain? That is the important question. Hashtag. Something Nezzy. Norris or Piastri is going to win. Max and George could be in it too. Yeah, I think it'll be Lando Piastri for P1, Max and George for P2. Waiting for track evolution? Yeah, but the track's not going to evolute, if that's a word, without people out on track. So at least Haas are out. Shout out Haas. Pull Aaron interview. No, like the music that plays in the background for the intro. Oh, it's just whatever. There's a Spanish one, a Japanese one. There was an Australian one, but I didn't use it because it was shit. There's a Middle East one, and there's a Mexican one. So they're the ones that will have it. Is it F2, F3 today as well? Yeah, so F3 just happened. It was a sprint race. If you don't want spoilers, mute the stream now. But Solov took the dub. I haven't watched it yet. We'll probably watch the highlights once they come out. But yeah, I didn't do watch along for F3 just because I feel like yeah, I just don't want to watch F3 this year unless it's in between sessions because it's just the schedule is just fucking stupid. Let's be real. Not representative because it's daytime now. Yeah, but you can still get practice in that. Come on, lads. Come on. They're walking around like they just showed up 5 minutes ago. Yeah, honestly, man, it's fucking stupid. F3 race was very good. Okay, well, maybe I'm sad I didn't watch it then. I don't care too much for F3, but I do for F2, yeah. AlphaTauri's spotted on Verstappen's hat. Yeah, he's officially partnered or ambassador now of AlphaTauri. I'm surprised AlphaTauri still exists. You know, I feel like it was kind of a failure. I feel like it was kind of a failure for Red Bull, but like I guess they're making money. I don't know. It just seems like such a interesting product. Like it's a luxury product, but Red Bull isn't really like a luxury brand. You know what I mean? If they made sportswear, honestly, if Red Bull made sportswear, I generally think Red Bull making sportswear would be banging. Imagine Red Bull competed with like Nike and Adidas for sportswear. Like their energy drink, their advertisement, like the advertising that they do sells the energy drink, right? There's such an overlap with the advertisements that they do and sportswear. It makes so much sense, but instead they went for the luxury clothing route. It just doesn't make sense to me. How can you watch now? Because my country session starts in an hour. Practice starts for you in an hour, YT22? What country are you from? That seems weird. They 100% could compete with top brands. Oh, they obviously wouldn't beat Nike. They wouldn't beat Adidas, but they could definitely, like, you know, pull a bit of market share in the sense of, like, again, it's just free marketing. Like, chuck fucking Red Bull sports clothing on your athletes, on the people in the videos that you do the drink advertisements for. Boom. Free advertisement. Well, not free advertisement. You're doing it anyways, so. You live in Austria, really? Anyone else from Austria and not got their stream? That seems weird, man. That seems weird. They sent someone to jump from the edge of space. I'm surprised they aren't doing a sports already. Yeah, true. I feel like Red Bull haven't done something as crazy as the jumping from space. You know, like they've obviously done some crazy shit over the years, but like they haven't. I really thought by now, because it's been like what 15 years, I really thought they would have done something bigger and better than the jumping from space. But then again, how can you fucking beat that? You know for a fact, as soon as SpaceX get to Mars, Red Bull are calling up, yo, can we chuck a F1 car and a couple crew members in the spaceship and go drive it on Mars? Thanks. 100%. Yuki doing a photo shoot mid-session. I'd assume that the photographer's just doing that while Yuki's standing there, but yeah, it is weird. Like, get in the car, bro. Hamilton. Purple Sector 1, let's go. Did that 0G pit stop? No, yeah, they've done a lot of cool shit. I just mean, like, there's not been something better, I would say, than the guy jumping from space. Pit stop on Mars and going. F1 race in space, imagine. Jumping from Mars to Earth, cinema. The economic scale would probably be too large to compete with Nike, Adidas. Oh, 100%. But, okay, this is my point, though, right? It's too hard of a market to compete in the luxury space. How would Red Bull, you know what I mean? Like competing in the luxury clothing space is also very hard. But at least in the sports space, it completely ties in with their brand. I'm really surprised they haven't done sportswear. What's up, Lever? One of the stream. Omega, thank you for the follow. I'd love Antonelli to win both Italian GPs. Oh, imagine. That'd be so elite. They're waiting for later when the track temp is cooler and near qualifying conditions. But they can still go out and practice those, Shay. You know what I mean? They can still go out and practice. If you're Max or Lando going, oh, our car's hard to drive, it's not in a good window, rough day. Liam Lawson as well, our car's shit at the moment. Go out and practice then, bro. Jack doing? Get some time in the car, man. Come on. Who went after Schmidt? It was Solov. Rebel Sports would go hard in my opinion. Oh, dude, you know I'd eat it up. You know I'd buy all of it. If I can go upside down through a tunnel, do it finally. That would be cool. That'd be so fucking sick. They might be working on that. You never know. You never know. You just want some free Red Bull merch. Facts, facts. What's up, Jessica? Steven Gerrard in the paddock this weekend. Interesting. Looks like he's brought his kid, and his kid's a McLaren fan. So that's cool. Is there even anyone on the track? Yeah, we got 2 Haas's and Lewis, but I think Lewis just came in the pits. I heard someone just come out though. Bro, what is happening? Why is it like this? He manages in Saudi, so it's kind of his home Grand Prix. Ah, really? Who does he manage in Saudi? I didn't know he moved to Saudi. What's up, cars going? Always like this? It's never like this in FE3. At least the last couple weeks, last few weeks. How do we feel? We're already at the 4th Grand Prix of the year. Wow. I know, part of me is like, can't believe we're already at the 4th race, but then part of me is like, we're only 4 deep, 20 to go. 21 to go, technically. See, like, Ocon's found out his car's bouncing. That's got nothing to do with fucking temp. So go out and get your car fixed, bro. Yeah, Jared is a shit manager. He's going to get a job in Saudi. How do I favorite F1 TV modes? What do you mean favorite? I don't know what you mean by favorite. I am the one of the kids that dreamed the impossible. I am living my dream because of you. And I don't get to read it. Not many people are out due to how the hot weather not representative later. Right? I know that though. I know the reason why they're not out is because it's hot and it's not representative of the session. My point is, I don't care if it's not representative. It's like not going out because it's raining, right? You can still go out and learn something from going out. It might not be the best situation, but you can still learn something. But you asked. I know, but I'm asking, why wouldn't you go out regardless of if it's hot? Go out. Get some laps in. Get some data. Do some high fuel runs. Do something. Felt weird this year not starting in Bahrain, though. This calendar order is better for travel. Yeah, I prefer this. I think Bahrain's a great weekend to start off with. I don't know about you guys, though. I don't know if it's just because we've come off of like a boring race in Japan, but like I feel like the hype for F1 this weekend doesn't feel as high. I don't know if it's because it's a triple header and we're kind of in that position now of like we're just going race by race, going with the flow. But like Australia was fucking hype. China was fucking hype. Japan was fucking hype. Bahrain, I feel like it's less hype. Is it because there's no fans? Is it because it's the 4th race of the season? Is it because we're coming off a boring race? Is it because it's Bahrain? I don't know, you know what I mean? It doesn't feel as like hype this weekend as the other 4 weeks. But I also would say like, I know it feels like standard, but I don't want it to be like that. I want the whole season to feel like Japan and China and Australia, you know what I mean? I mean, Australia's an outlier because it's the first race of the season, but part of me thought there would be maybe more hype for Bahrain because it's finally at a normal time for Europeans, but that also might mean we've lost some American viewers, we've lost some Australian viewers, so I don't know. We'll see though, we'll see. I'm excited regardless to be back at a normal time. Oh my god, his name is LeBron James. Bahrain is going to be boring, I think, unless the cars are going to be close. Bahrain, the thing is though, Bahrain rarely ever produces bad Grand Prix, so I'm surprised why everyone's slagging off Bahrain all of a sudden because they had like one bad year last year. Could also be some of the off-track stuff bringing down the mood. What type of off-track stuff, though? Yeah, Japan hasn't done much good for the sport after that snooze fest. They just said Carlos Sainz's fine was supposed to be 60k off. Shit country, that's hype. I'm Australian, I'm a psycho. I'm going to stay up till 3:30 for qualifying. That is the way. That is the way. Get the sponsor logos out there. Exactly. Just go out on track. That's another good point. No one on track. Go out. Get the sponsor logos 100% on the camera because you're the only car out there. The Hamilton sign, I am living my dream because of you. 24 races in 2025. Oof. 24 different races. That's crazy. First race I'm going to watch. All the other ones rip time. Oof. Wait, this is the only race you can watch. How come you can't watch the other European ones this year? Canal. Bahrain's a great race. Lots of overtaking. Yeah, the double DRS zone is amazing. Australia's the best race of the season, you reckon? In terms of crowd, I would agree. I think in terms of crowd and vibe, Australia is the best on the calendar. I know some people will be like, what about Silverstone? What about Spa? Spa's just too big of a track, I think, for it to feel like there's a lot of hype there, even though there's a lot of people there. Silverstone, definitely up there. I think Silverstone, Australia, and USA are the big three. Coda are the big three. They're the big three for crowd attendance, the big three for hype. Maybe I'm biased, but I think America is very spread out as well, and it's very like it's very spread out, and it's like outside of the city. Silverstone is fantastic, but again, it's outside the city. Australia, weather, beautiful. Right next to the city, beautiful. The track is, because it's like a oval, like there's so much stuff inside the track, outside the track. The vibes are just so good, man. And Australians are just great. Monza, I mean, obviously the vibes of Monza are great, but it doesn't have the number of attendance that Australia, Silverstone, and USA have. Does not matter what time it is. I will be there. That's the spirit. I do like Bahrain. It's up there for me. Yeah, I like the track. It's top 10 for me. Maybe I have to do an updated tier list at some point. FIA Chaos, General Ferrari, McLaren, Red Bull, Sniper. Yeah. I don't think they'll play too much in the hype of the weekend. Maybe it's just because it's practice. We've come off a bit of a boring Grand Prix, and now we've got practice sessions. Maybe once qualifying starts, it was that to pick up again. Excuse me. Australia's a shit track though. I wish Australia had a good track. Yeah, let's just copy paste Jeddah, the Jeddah track to Australia, and then we're solved. I feel like it's always like the first race or two is hype, and then when the racing isn't as good, people expect, they don't tune in. Oh yeah, honestly, man, 2022. Remember that first two races of the season was like my peak viewership on Twitch, and then by the third, fourth race, it completely fell off, and it's like, what? Are you kidding me? 2021 kept hype the whole entire year, which was amazing. But yeah, people are so fickle, man. But that's why I'm trying to grow like a community on Twitch where it's like, it doesn't matter what fucking race it is. Like, we're still here to watch F1, talk about it, everything that's happening. This guy, man, can't understand shit he's saying. Wait, who? Who? Oh, Davide. Yeah, look, I don't want to be like, I don't know how to word this. I think Davide means well. I think he brings good information, but I think because of his thick accent and because I assume he's not a native English speaker, I think sometimes he struggles to get a point across the point he wants. And I think a lot of people probably sit there going like, what the fuck did he just say? It almost sounds unprofessional. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be hired because you have an accent, or you shouldn't be hired because, you don't speak like great English, but like, on a broadcast, like, I think a lot of people would probably tune in and just be like, what is he saying? And like, I feel like he's better to be a pundit where it's a bit more like casual chit chat than on a commentary broadcast, but way better than fucking Jack Villeneuve and Danica Patrick, that's for sure. There's always something to learn from every session, good or bad. Exactly. I say this too often, but my first year watching was 2023. These people are wimps. Can't handle a couple quiet races. Just enjoy the vibes. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's the thing, though. 2023 was a good season. If you watch Formula One for what Formula One is. Like, there was a lot of good racing. There was a lot of good moments in 2023. It's just Max won them all, which isn't as fun as other people winning. Sup, Poochie Head? Oh my god. Hamilton Albon rivalry is going to be pretty exciting. Hamilton Albon rivalry? Russell wasn't even in his tracksuit. Yeah, like, come out, guys. Come out. Come out on track. What are we doing? Below, I'm just getting impeded up. Tony was great if you forget Max existed. Exactly, and it showed a lot of potential that season had if Max didn't exist. It is kind of funny though, I was listening to Track Limits podcast today with Niren and Arava on it, and Niren was Swish said to Niren like, "Oh, I love the last lap podcast that you did," and Niren was like, "Yeah, we got really unlucky with timing. Like, we literally started it as the 2022 season started to lose hype, like when Leclerc started to bottle the championship, and then we stopped this the podcast at the end of the 2023 season. So we kind of had the worst period of F1 that end of 2022, whole of 2023 season. We kind of had that like, well, it's not worse. I still think 2022 and 2023 is on par or similar to like 2019 and 2020 and shit. Like good moments, just one dominant winner and stuff like that, or really the championship fight. And like I kind of feel the same way with my content. Like 2020, I didn't do real life F1 content. 2021, I did real life F1 content. That was my I guess peak growth. Like it wasn't my peak in terms of viewership or anything like that, but it was my peak in terms of growing on Twitch. Because of the 2021 season. And then 2022 was a great year for me as well, just because the F1 games, people had just gone to F1 from 2021. So then everyone was like getting into the F1 game, getting into F1, and F1 Manager released. So 2021 and 2022 were great. And then, I joined Red Bull, and then I started to do more real life content, started to post more on YouTube, started to post more on short form platforms. And then we had the 2023 and 2024 season, and it's like, and then I moved as well. And it's like, what should have been like, the years where I did the most content, did the most stuff, and I guess the peak in terms of like my content, or like putting the most, let's put it this way, not the peak of my content. I was putting a lot of time and grinding out content, I guess you could say, not just streaming. The seasons were like, you know what I mean? So then, obviously, I took that 8-month break, and I came back at a good time, you know what I mean? The end of 2024 season, coming into the 2025 season. I just hope the hype stays alive for this season, because, yeah, I'm really loving content at the moment. I'm putting a lot of effort in, and I don't want another season where I'm like, every single weekend I hop on, I watch a Lando win, and then I go edit one short, and then I'm like, all right, cool. 2 weeks till the next race. You know what I mean? Like, these first 3 races of the season have been so fucking fantastic. There's been so much to talk about, so much to watch. Max is not happy with the car right now. And yeah, I guess so far the first 3 practice sessions this weekend have been a bit like, okay, not as much hype as we've had in the past weeks. But I want to be like pessimistic. It's more just like, please guys, please just like bring the hype the whole year. Hedra and Kibby always next to each other. Yeah, they're lewd. They're lewd. Aussie GP is expensive for us in Western Australia. 2,500 just for flights. Really?
Year, you beauty.
Yo, Dan, thank you for the 6-month resub, dude. Appreciate it, man. Thank you for supporting the stream as always. Half a year. Thank you, dude. Means a lot, man. Means a lot. The fact that I was gonna say we're almost 6 months into the year. No, I'm capping. But like we're 4 months in the year. Like what the fuck? How are we a third of the way? No. How are we a third of the way through the year? Bro. Time is not real anymore, man. Time is not real anymore. What was I about to do? Oh yeah. You're asking where can I find a broadcast? There you go. Link to chat is where you can find it. How's it going, Manon? Welcome to the stream. Holy F, James get a better mic. Wait, James? James who? Oscar's already at his 50th GP. Yeah, 50th Grand Prix for Oscar this weekend. Wild. F1 needs a Max and Lando collision or drama to revive the hype. I don't think we need to revive the hype. I think we just need... we just need good racing. That's what we need. I think this is gonna be very. You know what? This is gonna be very similar. This is gonna be very similar to last year, right? Remember last year, 1-2 Red Bull, 1-2 Red Bull. Nothing happened. Obviously we had that moment in Australia where Max broke down, and then like nothing happened, nothing, and then all of a sudden Lando won Miami, and then Leclerc won Monaco, and then it really picked up. I mean, that's gonna happen this year after Spain, where the teams are gonna be really close together as development goes on and as the flexi wing comes into play. Okay, what did I miss in chat? Villeneuve was such a boring commentator last week. Yeah, I heard mixed messages. I heard some people being like, oh, because I obviously don't watch on Sky Sports anymore. I heard some people be like, oh, he brought some good information. Then I heard some people say he's fucking useless. I just feel like he always, I saw people saying like he just always was shutting down Crofty instead of letting the conversation flow, which, yeah. I said this too often my first year. Wait, I read that. 2022 was an underrated season. Yeah, it's hard to look back at 2022 and be like, this is the thing, right? Everyone looks at 2022 or 2023 and goes boring, but in the time, I think it was exciting. Like, I think F1, like to me, 2019 is you show up to every single race and you show up to every single race. I guess you'd say in 2023 as well, but like you show up and you're like, okay, this person's gonna win. But I didn't feel like that in 2022. I didn't feel like that in 2024. 2021 and 2022 F1 game community was goated. Yeah, it was great. 2020 as well. Your first season doing watch-alongs was F1 2021. You got very lucky with timing. Yeah, I mean, yeah, lucky. 100%. 100%. But then again, I would also argue, would have I preferred the 2021 season to happen in my first year or my second year of watch-alongs? Because I feel like my first year of watch-alongs was my first time doing everything, learning. You know what I mean? Like, if the 2021 season happened now, whew, everything would just be so much better for me. You know what I mean? But yeah, I am very thankful that the 2021 season happened while I was streaming, right when I was, you know, right at the start of my streaming journey. Do a great job live stream. Thank you, Dad. So my James fast to okay, you're talking about James. Everyone needs a max. Wait, read that. Oh my god, where was I up to? Don't man, I'm 30 in September. Yeah, Val's mic is awful. I can't hear it. I'm not on the Sky Sports, so you just argue with Crofty the whole time. You think people are gonna get penalties for track limits tomorrow? Yeah, we'll probably see a few deletions in qualifying later today. Davide accent is the most Italian accent I've ever heard. Yeah, you gotta love it. Piastri up to the top, 4/10 on Norris. Alonso mad as fuck after yesterday. Yeah, up to P3. Good time for him. Technically his first practice session this weekend. Missed out on FP1 because Dragovic was in the car. Missed out on FP2 because his steering wheel fell off. 2023 was the boring year of all time because Red Bull nearly won every single race. Not gonna lie, if Hamilton does bad this season, there could be a debate in whether Hamilton has reached his prime or not. Oh, 100%. Is there any free site to watch? I don't know where you can watch for free, my dude. I'm sorry. Time flies when you're an adult. I still find it crazy. 2020 was 5 years ago, and the crazy season was 4 years ago. Yeah, it's wild, man. It's wild. Skyfon are trying their hardest to make Lando versus Max a thing. I mean, it definitely is a thing. It is definitely McLaren versus Max. Some people don't think it is because McLaren are so quick, but I think it is. I'm gonna be hopeful that it's gonna be the case. Oh, excuse me, bah. Alonso third, hashtag comeback. Yeah, we got every driver out on track now other than Max who's coming, Bordelot who's set a time, and Ocon who's coming. So people coming out now, which is good. Don't know what that 30 minutes made a difference, but apparently it makes a difference. Damien, thank you for the follow, dude. As long as McLaren is going to be incompetent, it will be Max versus McLaren unless another team gets involved, yeah. Again, I think after Spain it'll be a different story, so I'm excited. Bold prediction, Liam Lawson Q3 later. Would love to see that. I don't think Yuki's making out of Q1 today. I mean, Max is struggling at Red Bull, so Yuki's going to struggle even more. McLaren's have an advantage at the moment, but Max and Russell are in the World Driver Championship. Oh, 100%. It takes one retirement for both Norris and Piastri, and like, boom. Max is in the lead. Russell's in the mix. What's up, AV? I don't know when Ferrari are going to be fighting for wins. Yeah. It does seem like they made a little bit of a step this weekend. Yeah, it seems like they made a little bit of a step this weekend. But I think them taking a whole new approach with their car this year was just so fucking stupid. So main straight is the strat. Yeah, I mean, there's the starting straight, then you got the DRS, then you got the second straight, and then you got another DRS straight, and then you got the long straight that doesn't have DRS. Why does anyone know why there's DRS on that straight in Sector 2, but there isn't the one on Sector 3? I love Seb for making me an F1 fan, but that motherfucker also got me to become a Ferrari fan. I sold my soul. Tough. Why Racing Bull's so quick on the mediums? Racing Bulls, man. Racing Bulls, they're just quick. They're just good. Good car. Hey, man. It's good to see Lawson getting back onto pace. Yeah, he's still slower than Hadja though, which is interesting. But I mean, again, this is only his second weekend back, and it's only practice, so we'll see what happens in qualifying. But I hope he strings it together, man. I hope he strings it together. Alpine Cooking Day, yeah, they looked really good yesterday. Looking good today. Probably gonna keep Gasly in my fantasy team, I think. Max pole thought. Don't think Max getting pole today. I mean, it's like Japan, right? If he gets pole here, crazy, because that car looks like poo. And I know if Max gets pole here, it will take away from his pole in Japan, because people will be like, see, his car's not that bad. But you just have to watch his car. It's not about lap times. It's not about this, that, the other. You just need to look at his car. It is so poo-poo. The dude is broken. It's going to take him time to get over what happened. Oh, 100% as well, yeah. Rip to Verstappen. Yeah, he's not looking good. What's up, Gary XII? Tire command different actually going to matter today. Tomorrow, you mean? Yeah. Do you think you might see the mediums in qualifying because they don't want to keep their tire in the window over the lap more? I put Gasly in my team. Yeah, he's already in my team, so I'll probably keep him. Bro, I don't know why my back is killing me today. Oh, Skyfall to try it. Wait, no, I read that. What am I doing? Who's that? Is that Pato Award? Why does it look like Pato Award? Guys, we didn't go for the green juice today. We went for the pink juice. I don't even know what it is. I think it's strawberry and banana. Has he crashed or... No, I think he's pulled over. Oh. So we have a red flag here. Car. Okay. Sauber, Hulkenberg pulled off to the side of the track because he's got an anti-stall. We've got a VSC. And a red flag is interesting. I mean, yeah, that's fair enough. VSC. Just pull him over real quick. All right, well, Hulkenberg's still not going to get 30 minutes of running. That's a shame. At least he was one of the drivers who kind of came out somewhat early to get some time in. If anyone could pull a pole, I don't know, it's Max. But as I said yesterday, the McLaren isn't on pole. It's a major flop. Oh, 100%. Every single weekend until McLaren do have that fall off, if they have the fall off, it is McLaren should get pole. And if they don't, it's their fault. How long until qualifying? Qualifying is 2.5 hours after practice ends, and there's half an hour left of practice, so 3 hours. 3 hours from now. Why VSC? There's a VSC in the race. Oh, they got a virtual safety car. Virtual safety car, again, is a virtual delta that they have to adhere to. So it makes sense to just be like, all right, rather than red flag and make everyone come to the pits, we'll just chuck VSC out for a couple minutes. All right, he's going to hop out of the car, or he's staying in the car to help them push it off. Jonathan Wheatley in his Sauber gear. If you don't know, Jonathan Wheatley used to be one of the technical directors, I believe. No. What was he? He was something. He was something at Red Bull, high up. Used to do all the like on-track race direction. Remember Saudi 2021? He was the one on the radio being like, hi, what's his name? Hi, Messi. I'm Michael. We want to switch positions. Blah 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 blah. And he manage the pit crew and stuff like that. So, he's moved over to Sauber. I think Jonathan Wheatley's great. I think he's going to help Sauber a lot. But Sauber is an absolutely poo-poo team. So, we'll see how that plays out. All right, VSC's done. Did you miss me? What's up, Bromu? I don't know who you are, so I can't miss someone I don't miss. I don't know. I'm sorry. Welcome to the stream. They did. I know that F1 manager, the sporting director. That's it. That's the word. No worries. I missed you. Thank you, man. Thank you. I mean, if you remind me if you had an old name or anything like that, then I'll try to remember. But I don't remember a Romeo. Yeah, he's just come around the turn 3 and car's falling to bits. Bro was cruising. Why did he come back to the track? Oh, he was trying to avoid the gravel, so. A Merc cooked? They shouldn't be. They were looking really good in FP1 and FP2. All the talk was around them. Russell just hasn't really done a time, I don't think. What was going on with turn 11 that's causing difficulties for drivers? Which corner's turn 11? Is that the one at the end of the final DRS straight? The car sounds like an airplane when it was in anti-stall, yeah. I think it would just be like what? Just all you can only hear the electrics. What's happening to Russell here? Oh, big lockup. Holy. The one before 12. Ah, yeah, that one, yeah. I don't remember. I don't know the corner numbers. I need a description. Yeah, sporting director. Yeah, Jonathan will be the sporting director. Rosie Waite. Me when Rosie wants to eat the food, but it's still hot. Rosie Waite. Do you think Alpine has the best car livery, the pink? I think it's a very underrated livery. Everyone gave shit to Alpine for their livery, but I actually think it's quite nice. I still haven't done my livery tier list. Lol. Isn't that a bit harsh on McLaren? What, saying if McLaren don't get pole / win a race because they're the fastest car, that it's a failure on their own? I don't think so. I think if you got the fastest car, whether it's by 50 milliseconds or by 1/10, you have the fastest car and you should win. If you got the second fastest car, you should be finishing P2. If you got the third fastest car, you should be finishing P2, 3, 4. If you got the third fastest car, you should be finishing 4, 5, 6. So I think it's no different to if a Mercedes doesn't finish where they should, it's no different. And McLaren should be finishing 1, 2. And if they don't, it's a failure on their own. As drivers or as a team or whatever it may be. Oh, Max went wide. F1 TV's graphics is shit. It says that's live. It's not live right now. It's actually a replay. So yeah, Max has gone up to P2, 2/10 off. So again, showing that car is unpredictable, but when you can get it in the window or you can string a lap together, it can be a good lap time. Way. 11 is the one after the second DRS straight. Yeah. The last DRS straight, yeah. 910 is the awkward double left. Right, okay, yeah, so that's what I thought, yeah. I don't know why. I think because you kind of have to go brake on the curbing, and I think the curbing just like unsettles the car. If I had to take a guess, that's probably what the problem is. Wait, did it see 1 GP2 in 2012? Is that what David Elvesecki did? When do you think Doohan will be replaced? Probably either after Jeddah, after Saudi, or after Miami. I can't remember if it was a 5 or 6 race contract for him. But yeah, after the triple header makes sense. after Miami makes sense because, like, that would be after 6 races. Anyone remember? Was it 6 or 5 races for doing? Six, 5? 6 race contract? Yeah, I mean, that's what it was rumored to be. Six, but he's still in Abu Dhabi, so I don't know if that one counts. Makes sense, makes sense. Saudi's my home GP. Gonna be attending it? Wait, what happened? What's he crying about? Did someone just overtake him as he was standing in his lap? Oh yeah, go Liam. Get payback. Get payback on that pussy. Yeah. Like yesterday, Russell going to overtake Max and then going, why would he do that? Shut up. Shut up. Bro's literally trying to force a fight that doesn't even exist. Watch Russell now speed up and overtake Liam. Watch Russell now speed up and overtake him before the last corner. Are you getting any GPs this year? I'm hoping to make it to Silverstone, but I got none planned, so we'll have to wait and see. You do F1 because I'm a NASCAR fan. Is F1 entertaining? I think what makes F1 entertaining, and I know some people are going to disagree with me on this, what makes F1 entertaining, in my opinion, is the sport as a whole. There's so much that goes into the sport, and there's so much to follow in F1. It's almost like, and people are going to say, you're a Drive to Survive fan. I love the racing in Formula 1. Oh, Leclerc's lost his left mirror. It's gone. It's broken off. How's that happen then? When F1 racing is great, it is top tier, right? It is top tier. It's just like any other motorsport. Wheel-to-wheel racing is just the best. Some of the best sporting to watch. The problem with Formula 1 is it's not a spec series, so the cars are very spread out. It's a very technical, dirty-aired series, which means you don't get much racing. So I think what makes Formula 1 so good isn't the racing, because you can go watch any other motorsport that's got good racing. What makes it good? Oh, there we go. It's coming off. It's almost like a sitcom. Like, you've got 20 characters in the car. You've got all the characters outside the car. You've got all these stories playing out. You know, there's so much news that happens. Oh, what are you doing? Don't do that. Don't do that. You got so much news that happens throughout the weekends. You know, you've got qualifying at the race. I just love the whole Formula 1 world. It feels like it feels like a, I don't know, it feels like a F1 universe. And I know some people are going to disagree with me, but I would love to sit here and say what makes Formula 1 good is the on-track racing, the overtaking, the this, that. We don't get that. You know, even look at 2021. 2021, amazing season. One of the best seasons in Formula 1. It had everything. You know what it didn't have? It didn't have on-track racing. Every battle was, oh, he's got DRS and he's gone. Bye. That's it. That's all I had. Every single battle almost in 2021 was just a 1 lap battle. 1 to 2 lap battle at max. At the maximum. What made 2021 good was the drama, was the championship, was the strategy, was the anticipation, was the story. It was just everything about that. So yeah, the day we can go back to actually good on-track racing, battles, wheel to wheel, side by side, I will sit here and say that's what makes Formula 1 good. But right now, it's not that. It's everything else outside of the racing that makes it so good. What time is the Grand Prix tomorrow? It is 5 p.m. UK time, so 6 p.m. No, 4 p.m. 4 p.m. UK time, 5 p.m. Europe time. Don't know what that is in other countries. Fudging K on a fake ad for like a minute. Yeah, I'm so glad I don't get ads anymore on F1 TV. I'm going to Austria this year. Been there 2 times before. It is amazing to go to. I went to Austria last year with the team. Loved it, man. Loved it. I didn't really get like proper fan experience, but the track is just so small that it makes the Grand Prix so like, I don't know. I feel like you can just see so much of the track no matter where you go. Do you think Piastri's a legitimate title contender? 100%. He's on it, man. He's on it. He's you know, only 3 races in, but he's been on Norris's ass. He's even beaten Norris in China. He's looking good this weekend. I definitely think he's in contention. I think it's going to come down to who makes the least amount of mistakes between Piastri and Norris this year, to be honest. Yeah. And a little bit of luck. Quality's noon EST in the States. There you go. There you go. That's not bad. That's not bad. Noon EST. E being Eastern. Okay, yeah. So West still kind of gets fucked. A little bit. What's happening to Borderletto? Little snap there. The formation lap in F1 is better than NASCAR as a whole. Okay. I agree. If it makes the least mistakes of a clan, we'll take it. Yeah, and it's also going to come down to luck. Like if someone gets a retirement, that could cost them, you know. For instance, Lando was quicker in Japan. Well, they were basically neck and neck. But I'm just going to give an example. Let's say Lando was quicker in Japan, but he doesn't get the full maximum 7 points because Max gets it. You know, it's going to be Grand Prix like that, where like the quicker driver might not get the max amount of points because there's a driver or a car quicker than them, you know? So, yeah, I think it's going to come down to mistakes and a little bit of luck. I don't think it's going to be like, oh, yeah, Lando's just a better driver. He's not shown me that this year. What's happening to Leclerc? Oh, that's the ring mirror flying off. Oh my god, I hope the Marshals put that in his pocket and kept that. I'm going to sell that on eBay. How's everyone's cars falling apart this weekend? The fuck? If they want to go to Austria too. Yeah, I highly recommend Austria. Austria, although, is like Silverstone and Spa. It's in the middle of fucking nowhere. If you're going, try to camp. Try to camp. Otherwise, it's going to be long days in and out of the track. If any of you are wondering... Oh, big spin there for Russell. That's weird for a car to lose the car that... driver to lose the car that much. What the fuck? Yo, Maxime! Thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Appreciate you supporting the stream for the first time. Coming to that tier 1. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, it's always nice to see new subs pop into the chat. Obviously, so many people resubbing, which is obviously amazing. So... Okay, Russell. Okay. But yeah, Max, I really do appreciate sub for the first time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, if any of you are wondering, like, oh, what Grand Prix should I go to? Like, you know, I want to save up for a Grand Prix. Like, I want to, you know, go to a Grand Prix. Honestly, any street circuit. Any street circuit you can go to a street circuit. 100%. No doubt. Street circuits are the best to attend as a fan. Rubus, thank you so much for a sub as well. Appreciate it. Another gifted. Brings you up to 10 now. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Thank you. I really appreciate you gifted sub. Over to Spaniard. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This Leclerc guy loves a gift. Rubus Leclerc. I appreciate it, Rubus. Thank you so much. Is Spaniard in chat right now? Shout out Spaniard. No more ads for you. Yeah, Rubus, appreciate you supporting the stream as always. I love your streams and thought, why not sub? Appreciate it, Maxime. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Brad, more grip in 2019 Williams. I live in Florida, so would Miami be the best for me? I don't have much knowledge about Miami, but I'd say Miami's good. Okay, I'll tell you why street circuits are the best, right? To attend as a fan, right? Think about this. Imagine spending... Okay, imagine you live... Okay, obviously if you live in the country, like let's say you live in Belgium, obviously go to the Belgian Grand Prix because you already live there. You're saving money on flights. You're saving money on a hotel, right? Go to your local Grand Prix, obviously. If you need to travel for a Grand Prix, pick a street circuit. I'll tell you why, right? Imagine spending X amount of money, hundreds of dollars, on a flight, right? Okay, let's imagine you live outside of England, right? Imagine spending hundreds of dollars on a flight to England, right? Then you have to catch a bus or a train up to Milton Keynes. You then stay in a hotel, which costs money, obviously. And every single day you need to bus into the track. And that takes 2 hours. let's say, because you got to wait in the queue, you got to go there, you got to hop off the bus, you got to walk in. Cool. It probably takes 2 hours. So in total, you're traveling 4 hours a day to get to and from the track. And then when the Grand Prix is done, okay, you got Milton Keynes to fucking explore. That's so epic. Like, okay, you go to a pub and that's it, right? Don't be wrong. Great experience. But for bang for your buck, go to Australia, go to Vegas, go to Miami. I mean, I'm just naming like 3 of the most expensive Grand Prix, but go to Canada, go to Baku, go to Saudi Arabia. What other street circuits have we got? Because they're in the city, right? They're in the city. You're already at the track. So as soon as the track's done, boom, go to a pub, go to a restaurant, go to a show, go to this, go to that, right? You can go do anything you want straight after the Grand Prix is done. And it becomes a holiday. It becomes a trip. It becomes an experience. Like, I'm going to Melbourne for the F1 weekend. Compared to when I go to Silverstone, it's like I'm going for F1. When I went to Austria with the team, I'm going to F1. I'm going to Austria for F1, you know what I mean? Whereas Vegas, it's like every night you're going out with friends or like going to a restaurant or going to a club or whatever. Australia, same thing. You're going to a restaurant, you're exploring the city. What other street circuits I've been to? It's just them two. If you're going to save up for a Grand Prix, I highly recommend a street circuit because, yeah, the traveling in and out. But I will say though, if you're not traveling in and out of a Grand Prix and you want a Grand Prix to like attend and you're like dedicated to the Grand Prix for the weekend, like a festival, obviously Silverstone, Spa, Austria, get a camper van, get a tent, whatever, do that, right? It depends what you want, but yeah. For instance, we live in London. It took us 5 hours to get from London to Silverstone. So it was a 10-hour travel day. Woke up at 4 a.m. Woke up at 4 a.m. or left home at 4 a.m. No, woke up at 4 a.m., left home at 5, got to the track at 10. Because it was half an hour underground to London, and then 2-hour train up to Milton Keynes, and then 2-hour waiting in the shuttle bus traffic, blah, blah, to get to the track. It was fucked, bro. It was fucked. All right, what is happening? Gasly up to the top. Holy shit. Okay, and where's Piastri going to go? Sorry, enough yap about Grand Prix. 1.3 seconds. Okay. They're really starting to do quali runs now. Holy fuck. They are really doing quali runs right now. Hedge up to P3, but that is an insane lap from Piastri. I mean, it's only practice. But that is quick. Let's see what everyone else does with 10 minutes to go. If you're just tuning in, we've got 10 minutes left to practice, and everyone's doing some quick laps right now. Gasly definitely looks like he could be best of the rest this weekend. Antonelli's even nowhere near. Where's Lawson gonna go? Come on, LL. Oh, the fuck just happened to the camera? Yeah, everything will change, obviously, once it comes qualifying, but you just gotta love McLaren capping out their ass. Oh, the MP6. Guys, we're not the fastest team. As you go 1.3 seconds up on everyone else. It's just the engines, guys. It's just the engines. All right, what I missed in chat while I was yapping. Madrid then for us. Yeah, true. You got Madrid now. Soon, and you got Madrid soon. Coming to Spain. Whoa, big lock up there for Yuki and off track. Yeah, Yuki's not looking comfortable, man. Yuki's not looking comfortable. London GP 28, please, and thank you. That'd be elite. That'd be elite. No, I was drifted wide as well. One other thing I want to say about the Grand Prix thing is I know probably a lot of the tracks I listed, people are going to be like, yeah, but those Grand Prix are boring. Honestly, when you attend a Grand Prix, maybe I'm just different, but from what I've spoken to other people who've attended Grand Prix as well, it doesn't really matter how good or bad the Grand Prix is that you attend. It's an experience, I think, to attend a Grand Prix. I think it doesn't matter if you sit in the crowd and watch the best race of your life or watch the worst race. It just feels like cars going past. Maybe it makes it like 10% better, 15% better having a good race, but overall it's just cars going past, and it's honestly the experience. So you want to go for the Grand Prix that has the best experience rather than the best racing, if that makes sense. Fanboy, what is up? How's it going, Nini? Oh my god, is it Nini? Yeah, Nini. Nini, that's it, that's it. Silverstone has a wonderful campground nearby, also a hotel near there too, yeah, but they're always like packed out, aren't they? They're always like sold out, I should say. I mean, the camping's good, but camping's just not for me, I don't think. Street circuits ain't really fun to go to because you get to see much racing. Wait, what? Street circuits also tend to have a lot of feeder series on as well. I would sub, but I'm broke. No, no worries at all, Spikendi. No worries at all, dude. We are shitting on Silverstone. No, I'm not shitting on Silverstone. I love Silverstone as a track. I think Silverstone's top 3 tracks on the calendar. I just think if you live in England, Silverstone's great to attend, but I wouldn't travel to go to Silverstone because you're not going to experience England. It's a fucking hassle to get to. I would say go to a Grand Prix that you could have a city experience. But it depends what you want. Depends what you want. Silverstone's great, but getting in and out of the track is a nightmare. No minimal reception at the track as well sometimes. Gasly hopping on the radio to complain about the McLarens. Sup, Blicky, how's it going? So I'm just slowly catching up on the best that I missed while I was yapping. Just go to Monaco. What, are you poor or something? Yeah, I don't mean it to come across that way. Like, oh, go to the expensive Grand Prix. Again, I'm more talking if you have the money and you want to go to a Grand Prix, that is my suggestion. I can only talk for 2 Grand Prix I've been to. Singapore and Melbourne, both were amazing. Oh, I forgot about Singapore. Singapore's a great one as well. Oscar's 2/10 faster and land on the mediums. That must be illegal. Hedger faster than Verstappen. Yeah, Max hasn't done a lap in ages ago. Wow. Lando, 6 cents off Piastri. He's probably lifting just so he doesn't have to deal with the interview questions of why are you so fast? Good hopes for Alonso getting points this race? Potentially. Potentially, if his wheel stays on. I mean, he's P11 right now, but I don't think he'll be in the top 10. No one can drive that Red Bull. It's not the drivers. Guys, it's the car. Watching a GP at a track is like being lobotomized. You don't have a clue what's going on. Oh, yeah, 100%. The best race I went to, the best race I watched in the crowd, other than freezing to death, was Vegas. Because I had the commentary in my ear. They gave out little earphone radio thingies. And that was the race I enjoyed the most in terms of like watching from the side of the track because I knew what was happening because I had the speaker. And Silverstone was good as well. The grandstand I was in had really loud speakers that you could actually hear over the cars, but it wasn't too loud where it was air deafening like Vegas. Yeah, it was really good. It was really good. When you have a commentary, it makes such a big difference. Hello, I'm good. What about you? I saw you at TikTok. Well, you saw me on TikTok? You mean by the TikTok stream? I showed you the TikTok stream, right? Or is someone talking shit? Is someone posted a mean video about me? I feel like every content creator in the F1 space is just getting shit on by fans at the moment. He said this. He fucking sucks. Can you believe a content creator said this? Shut the fuck up. Sainz not happy with his lap, despite being P9. Monza would be a great atmosphere. Yeah, I've heard really good things. I've heard mixed messages about Monza, actually. I've heard it's expensive, its facilities suck, and people there are mean. But then I've heard it's so good, getting in and out of the track's easy. I don't know. So I've heard mixed messages. Me personally, I'd never go to the Silverstone out of free will on my own. Safety as a Dutch Max fan. Fair. I mean, I walked around with Red Bull gear last year. I was fine. Everyone says Coda is great. Austin's a great city. Yeah, Coda is actually good because it feels like a traditional track, but it's really close to the city. But yeah, if I had to do a tier list of the 4 Grand Prix I've been to, GP's P1. I'm not even saying that. It's not even biased. I live in Australia, so you'd think Australia would be the worst because it's like not as cool because I live in Australia. But Australia is 100% number 1. The facilities, the weather, the track, the city, everything about it. Top tier. Top tier. There's nothing I can complain about Australia, honestly. Other than it's maybe a little bit expensive now, but it's still fucking cheaper than most Grand Prix. So I'd say Oz GP P1. I'm saying Vegas P2. Same reasons. It's a street circuit. It's in the city. I love the experience. I went in its first year, so the facilities were fucking poo-poo. And there wasn't much going on. But again, as soon as the race is done, or as soon as practice is done, boom, straight to the club, straight to the bar, like instantly. You know, you don't have to spend 2 hours getting out of the track. Yeah, P3 Austria. Obviously my experience in Austria is a bit different to like a normal experience because I was with the team. So like I was at a hotel right next to the track. I was never really in like the fan zones and stuff like that. But I love this. I love the paddock. I love how easy it was to get around the track. The only thing I didn't like about Austria was that it was fucking 40 degrees and there's no cover. But Austria was sick. And Silverstone comes in P4. Again, I didn't hate it. I probably just had a bad experience with the weather as well. But I just found there was too many people. And too much walking. And getting in and out of the track was ridiculous. It was literally a 3-hour line to get out of the track. So okay, here's the strat, right? The bus to get to Milton Keynes from Silverstone was 3 hours long. We saw the bus for Nottingham was just hop on the bus. There was no line for Nottingham. So we hopped on the Nottingham bus and then hopped on a Nottingham train and then caught the Nottingham train down to Milton Keynes and saved ourselves 2 hours. That's the strat. I don't know how we big brained that on the spot, but we did it. So then we're hopping on the train and we arrive at Milton Keynes on the Nottingham train and all the Milton Keynes people are getting on who just waited 3 hours in a fucking bus line. See, I can't handle that. I'd rather be home. Yeah, it's hard. Again, my point is, if you're spending the money, you want to have a good experience. And I personally think if you're going to spend the money, go to a street circuit. I know everyone's going to be like, I can't afford a street circuit. I know that. But my point is, if you are going to spend the money, I really recommend a street circuit. It's fucking fantastic. Imagine being on that tall building in the middle of the track at Coda. That'd be so sick. Apparently, you get when you go up, I think you get 30 minutes at a time or 20 minutes at a time. You get a glass of champagne. I think that's what I was told. I'm going to Imola and we'll see what's going up there. But you're going to Imola this year. That's cool. That's cool. Antonelli dub. I mean, I'm sure you'd rather see Max win, but Antonelli dub at Imola would be so good. General admission tickets for Coda are incredible as well. Oh yeah, the TikTok stream. Don't worry, you're not being bullied. Okay, good. Imagine being wrong and ugly. I think we might get a Red Bull P1, P20 sandwich. Yeah, I called it on FP1. I called it after FP2. I really think Yuki's going out in Q1. It's just, he does not look comfortable and everyone's so tight. Like, look at him. Look, he can't turn around the corner. Ugh. Albon losing the route. It's crazy. I mean, this just goes to show how different the track will be later on today. But it's wild how everyone's just sliding around. The Red Bull is a poop car. Abolish this Red Bull, please. I mean, even Max looks like he's struggling this weekend. Oh, TikTok. Thank you. Thank you for telling me that I need to... fucking TikTok pisses me off, bro. If you wonder what that noise was, that is TikTok telling me that every hour I need to approve that I'm real and not a robot. All right. FP3 is done. The last practice session of the weekend. Everyone's just finishing their lap times now. But yeah, guys, if you enjoyed the watch along, be sure to hit the follow button down below. We are going to be staying live on Twitch all the way through to qualifying in 2.5 hours time. We've got the F2 sprint race to watch. We've got an F1 play to do, F1 predict to do. We've got an F1 fantasy team to do, so stick around. If you're on TikTok or YouTube, come over to the Twitch stream because I will have to end those streams. But yeah, come join us on Twitch to continue chatting and doing everything. But let's wait for this session to end first and have a look at the order. It looks like the Leclerc's not going to improve. So I think that's it. I think that's it for the time. Yeah, I think that's it. So, Piastri at the top with a fucking insane time. 6/10 up on Norris. Norris in P2. Imagine being 6/10 off your teammate and you're still one position behind them. How's that possible? Leclerc P3. Russell P4. Antonelli P5. Gasly P6. Gasly looks like he'll be best race this weekend. Hadja P7. He loves that spot, like you said in chat. Verstappen P8. He's struggling that Red Bull at the moment, but I'm sure he'll pull it together in qualifying. Sainz P9. Pretty decent lap. He said he has more in the tank as well. Hamilton P10. He's struggling. Ocon P11. Doohan P12. Lawson P13. Quite far off his teammate again. Alonso P14. L1 P15, quite a fair bit off his teammate. BM P16, Stroll P17, Borderload P18, Hulkenberg retiring from the session with an anti-stall problem, and Sonoda in dead last. To be fair, he was on the hard tires, but still, not great, not great. So DR3 Jack, Merc looking clearly strong here. Yeah, they do look good. They do look good. I mean, Leclerc looks good as well, to be fair. Lewis, this is not a good look, my boy. I only thought the Williams Atlassian logo said Russian when it came around the corner. Yeah, it's like all cut. It's like all divided up because of the engine cover. Okay, it looks like Science thinks there's a problem with the engine. Will they maybe swap that out? I actually set into the podium, I believe. I'll settle for an Antonelli W. That'd be good. That'd be good. Get below the podium. Go on the track. I mean, does Imola do a track invasion? I'm assuming it does, right? Most tracks do now. Is Mexico also a good GP to attend? I don't know much about Mexico. It's in the heart of the city, so I'd say Mexico is pretty good. Yeah, I'd probably say Mexico is pretty good. Other than the safety issues that you have there in Brazil. Like, give me something reasonable to do if Oscar gets a pole by at least 2/10. A shoey. Specifically a Red Bull shoe. Oh my god, I just remember my Red Bull's in the freezer. It's probably fucking stone cold now. I gotta get that out. Does he have a fantasy league? I do, Nagham. I do. There you go. Nixie's linked it for you. Don't know if there'll be a track invasion, but if there is, I'll be invading. Yeah, why do I feel like Imola does, but then at the same time it doesn't? I don't know. Who's your favorite driver except the Red Bulls and the V-Carbs? Ooh. We were talking about this yesterday on stream. I generally think Russell might be my favorite driver outside of the Red Bull family. It used to be Leclerc. It probably still is Leclerc. But I don't know, man. I've grown such a liking for Russell over the last few years. Like, I love his attitude. I love his... I think his personality is very underrated. Like, people think he's cringe, which he is. But I think he generally puts on a bit of a character, to be honest. I like Gasly a lot as well, but it's kind of hard to support him when he's, like, at the back in Alpine. I mean, he's looking better now, but... yeah. Gasly was my favorite driver. Sorry, Gasly was my second favorite driver behind Max when he was at AlphaTauri. But since leaving AlphaTauri, being at the back of the grid, it's like, yeah. I know people will be like, how do you change your favorite drivers or your order of your drivers? It's just a vibe, right? It's just a vibe. Like, Max and Liam are the drivers I support. Obviously, I just naturally support the Red Bull boys because I'm a Red Bull fan. It's just natural to do. Like, I'll support Checo when he's at Red Bull. I'll support Yuki now that he's at Red Bull. I actually like Hadju a lot. But like, it's vibes. Like, 1 minute I'm feeling Antonelli. 1 minute I'm feeling Russell. But in the past, I didn't. One stage, Bottas was one of my favorite drivers. But now I'm like, I don't care at all about him. You know what I mean? It just changes. It depends on how they're performing. It depends on their attitude. Lando's a prime one. Lando used to be top 5 for me. And now I don't even think he'd be in my top fucking 8 because I just have not liked his attitude the last year. And then people go around making videos like, oh, dude, I saw a fucking TikTok video. I'm sure you guys saw it as well. Someone made a TikTok about the only reason guys don't like Lando and are hating on him is because they're jealous. No, it's because he's a knob. It's because he's acting like a knob. And the thing is, I love Lando when he's such a good driver, and I think people are way too critical about Lando. 100%. People saying he'll never be a champion. He's not a great driver. He's top 3 driver on the grid. I think in terms of like potential as well, I'd say he's still top 5 on the grid. He's such a good driver. He had such a good personality when he first came in the sport. Those first like 3 or 4 years. What he's done with Quadrant is amazing. He's one of the only drivers that really like does stuff off the track. I generally think he's a nice guy, but since he got the fastest car, all his old comments have caught up to him, but all his new comments are coming to slap him in the ass as well. And it's just like, and then I hear comments like, so why is Max allowed to have an ego, but Lando isn't? But Max doesn't have an ego. He talks like a champion because he is a champion. Lando talks like he's a champion. He's not a champion. You can't go around saying to Sebastian Vettel he should focus on driving. You can't go to Lewis Hamilton, he only won because he had the fastest car. And you can't say to Max that the car is the only reason he's got won races when you get the fastest car and you don't win. So for me, it's not hating. It's I'm not a fan of that type of personality. And I criticize everyone on the grid. You know what I mean? People, I criticize Yuki, I criticize Max, I criticize Checo. Whenever these guys do bad, and Red Bull as a whole, I'll criticize them. But people only look at me, or people criticizing Lando, be like, you're hating. And it's like, we're not hating. I mean, there are definitely people just hating out there for the sake of it. But like, I glaze Lando when he deserves to be glazed. But I'm not going to sit here and listen to an interview of him just talking bollocks and be like, he's so funny. He's so funny. No. Lando has an attitude lately. I hope he figures it out. He's same as Charles. Max is Max. Max has always been that way. Lando, we did the best we could. Norris, Piastri domination might bore fans. I don't like McLaren anymore. They never take responsibility. Yeah, like I think Luke, my housemate, like he's a Piastri fan, but he says he's not a McLaren fan because he just doesn't like the way the like handling shit, which is fair. Sup, Eri the Topa. Anyways, okay, wait. Let's wrap up the streams first. All right, guys, there's it for FP3. Enough waffle. Thank you guys all for joining. If you enjoyed, hit the follow button down below. We'll be live in 2.5 hours time for qualifying. So be sure to come back later. Or come over to the Twitch stream. If you're on TikTok right now, or if you're on YouTube, come over to the Twitch stream. Join us in watching Formula 2 sprint race and continuing this amazing conversation. Yeah. Anyways, YouTube gang, I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.